Hello out there. Welcome to my little craft room here. I'm actually in my studio in Lynxburg, Michigan, and I'm in my office. So my office is where my video station is set up. So welcome here with me. We are taking another little lunch break. We have 3 lunch breaks this week. Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll have another one tomorrow. I am showcasing for you. I'm going to hit this. We've got to hit some buttons here as we're going. I'm showcasing to you one of our really cool products from Stampin' Up. So if you use Stampin' Up products, you might be familiar with it. If not, let me know. I would love to see here. Is this one of your first times watching me? Let me know. This is definitely one of our more advanced products. But I love showing you all kinds of card ideas. Today we're going to have a very simple one. We're going to have a more intense one. We're going to have 2 really cute, adorable projects today. So definitely say hey when you're here. And I'm doing 3 days of our Advent calendar crafting calendar. Typically, when you grew up, you would have the Advent calendar that would start on December 1st, and it would be the 24 days leading up to Christmas. I have always done this with my children, always. I loved it too. Like, I love that countdown to Christmas. So this is obviously definitely very different. It's not a Christmas. The product inside is not Christmas. You can use it any time of year. And it's 12 days. So it's not the full 24 days of Advent. But it's still a really fun product. Something we've never done before. They were all secret. You did not know what was in this box when you bought it. And that I didn't even know that it came with a stamp set. It comes with a 24 count stamp set. So to me, it's kind of 2 stamp sets in one. So hello, all of you. It's good to see you. Hello, Florentina and Danielle. Hello to all of our amigos. It's so good to see you guys. So today we're on day 2. I have 2 more projects to share with you. We have one that's pretty simple, which I love. Obviously, I love simplicity. And then our other one is going to be a shaker card. So it's a little bit more time intensive, but super fun. This product line screams shaker cards. So I love the fact that we get to make some of them today too. And we're going to make another one tomorrow. So I couldn't help myself. So this, and neither could us as we were designing. My friends and I were designing. So hello, I'm glad you guys are here. We are going to get started in just a second. That's as always. It takes us a little bit for everybody to find this in their news feed, and I need to fix my, this is a little, there we go. I'm going to zoom in here to our hands. All right, so this is what we made yesterday. So shout out to any of you that were joining me yesterday who was here. And you came back again. Thank you for coming back. We're going to have a little fun today. These are the projects we made yesterday. So again, if you missed them, you can go back and watch yesterday's video. Or for those of you who purchased the tutorial, you'll find the directions in there. And then we made this. This is one of my favorite projects. It's a box, so right, it's a box that holds, a lot. It's a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 box, but then it also has the card built into it. So super cute. Okay, today's projects, we're going to be doing days 7 and day 8. Again, the tutorial, I think it's like a 27-page tutorial. It includes 12 projects. I'm not doing all 12 projects this week. This is a little bit different. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the benefit of this product. It's an expensive product. It's $99. And you get the box, right? And then there's 12 days of different gifts. Now, some of you can just open them up one at a time. You can open them all up. We designed the tutorial to take 1 day at a time. And that 1 day you will make what's in there. But then you can use your past products too. So with day 7, that's where we're going to start today, is day 7. And day 7 has another set of dies. So day 1 had dies, and we're going to use those again too. And day 7 had another set. These are fun. They're like a postage stamp, but more of a jumbo postage stamp, more of a playful one. So I think we all use these a lot in the last of our projects because they are super fun. So I'll be using these a lot today and tomorrow as well. I'm also going to be using more of the paper, and that was in day 2. We got paper. Um, let's see. I'm actually gonna jump ahead and use a little bit from day 8. It's twine, just because it's so pretty on the cards. I know these. It's a really unique. It's again something we don't have. We have the postage stamp, but they're like smaller. Looks like a real postage stamp. These are more like a jumbo. They're just more. They're more playful. And I don't know. They're really fun. So those are from day 7. I'm glad some of you let me. We're going to unveil this together. If you were trying to keep it a secret, it'd be downright impossible. It's been all over. If you anywhere on the internet, it's been all over the place. Well, that's tomorrow. That's day 9. Okay, so let's jump in. So that was day 7, and that's what we're going to be featuring on our first card. Our first card was actually designed by me. This was my friends and I, we each designed 2 projects. Actually, Erica Serwin designed 4 of them. So I love that big thanks, but you could use any of the words on there at all. And this one, I really wanted to showcase that new set. I can't believe either, Michelle. I'm very, very impressed that you were able to avoid it until now. And I'm glad that you waited until now. I wanted to wait till it got closer to Christmas. To me, for those of you who have not gotten it and you're like, okay, it's really expensive, it's a great Christmas present. It's a fabulous Christmas present because again, one box gives you like an entire suite that all coordinates, all goes awesome together, but also is nice separately too. Look up. That's day 11. I'll show that later. But what did I not show you yesterday? So day 1 was the dies that go with that. Day 2 is a paper. Oh, day 3 was the gold gems, which we're going to use those too. Day 4, did I use day 4? Oh, yep. Day 4, we used the labels. So it's all the fun labels. Day 5, I showed you. That was the masks along with the little brush so you could do the blending of that. And day 6, did we open day 6? Oh, yes, I did not. Day 6 are these puffy elements. They're sticky, so you can peel them off and stick them. We're going to do something a little different with them today, too. So that's day 6. And day 7 was what I just showed you. So you've seen all of the days here. And day 8 we're going to use next. And that is that twine pack that is like Pretty in Pink or Flirty Flamingo in white. And then the Misty Moonlight. It also goes with Misty Moonlight, Secret Sea, Night of Navy, Cloud Cover, any of the blues. That is day 8, and we're going to use this next too. All right, now I'll show you the rest of the days tomorrow. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this fun card. Quick and simple. We're going to ease ourselves into the shaker card. So I am doing a little switcheroo on you just to be able to show you a different variety. This time I'm using basic beige. So the sample in the tutorial is made on thick white. So we're taking 4 1/4 by 11 and we're going to fold that in half to make our card base, of course. So this is just the half a sheet of cardstock. I have another piece of basic beige, so the tone on tone, and that's 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Next, I took a piece of cloud cover. It's 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then I did it. It's kind of easy to see. I read it ahead of time, but this is those set of dies. See, it gives you that postage stamp look, but it's kind of like it's like a bulkier or like a more of a bubbly one. Super cute. So this is out of some of that paper, and I did position it so it had the pink flower and the blue flower in it, and then some old olive. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down to our square and take some of the, I'm going to use the pink just because that pink is going to pull out that pink flower. So I'll take some of that, and we're just going to wrap that around a couple times. So we'll wrap that around twice. Okay. Is anybody reading any books? Our book club is reading The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and we're reading it because they're going to be doing a movie on it in December. So then we're going to go watch the movie in December. So I'm about halfway through. It's been entertaining. It's it's not like one that I'm like, obsessed with. Sometimes I get obsessed with characters. I don't feel like that, but it's been entertaining. So that's the book I've been reading right now. If you're not a book reader, I used to read books as a child. Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with them. And then I stopped for when I had babies. You just can't read. You start to read and you fall asleep. But now I'm back to reading again. It's been really fun for me. It gives you a chance to kind of unwind. All right, so I just went ahead. See, I had to tell you a story while I'm tying bows. Tying bows. Oh, so Kelly, I didn't even know that it was a series, but my daughter's read it, and she says that there are 3. Yep. Oh, Jennifer read Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. I read it too. So I've already read that one, and I want to go see the movie too. My son Carter went and saw the movie, and he told me it was one of the best movies he's ever seen. Isn't that funny? He's a boy, but he loved it. So I read the Regretting You, and I do want to go see that movie. But oh my gosh, I'm not sure when I would have time to do that. Maybe when I'm in St. George next week, we'll go to the movies. Okay, so I'm just taking. See, this is our lunch break. We get to just have fun talking to each other too. When I'm crafting, I love to do that. Okay, so tied that. This is all these supplies. Obviously, are in that box. It's going to go up there. Usually, I do my stamping first, just in case I screw up. But I'm going to make this one birthday wishes. Oh no, change my mind. I'm going to keep it big thanks. Right now, we are doing, I shouldn't say me, but we are in our Creating for Christ. We're doing a gratitude series. So I've got most of my 30 days cards set aside, but I do need a few more. And it's all about gratitude. So I'm using up a lot of my thank you cards right now. So I know I'm going to need a refill on them as well. Oh, Michelle, was it good? We all live here. Let me know if it's good. Only let me know if it's good. If it's not good, then I won't read it. But if it's good, let me know. I go through like a 1 to 2 books a week with how much driving I do with going back and forth. So I'm going to take big thanks, and we're stamping that with Misty Moonlight. Look at the blues again. Where's all my blue girls? Let me give a shout out to all my blue girls. Oh no, my tea meeting was last night, and my cleaner ended up out there. I might not need it. Okay, so then this just looks like a weird blob, right? This is actually our flower, and I ran it through first, and I'm going to try to position it on there. So I'm going to do, in the tutorial, I did a pretty in pink flower, and I stamped it off because I don't want it quite so dark. And in this one, I'm going to do a Misty Moonlight flower, but same thing. I'm going to stamp it off. But what I'm actually going to do is this is on the inside of one of my other cards. I'm going to stamp it on there full strength. That way I don't waste the pretty flower. But on this card, I wanted it to match more of my cloud cover, so I'm just going to stamp it off a little bit. So now we're just going to get this lined up right. Let's see. There might be a trick. I haven't used this one enough to learn a trick. We just keep moving it until we find where it lines up perfectly. I'm not there yet. Okay, I think it goes here. There, it does line up. Well, I'm trying to, there you go. I think this is it right here. Bingo, I got it. Sorry, that took me a minute. There we go. Oh, but perfect. Sorry. Look, that took me a second, but that second was worth it. It was perfectly on there. So that just took me a second to get that. There you go. All right. Then we're going to take the middle, a little Daffodil Delight, because these have yellow in the middle too, and just stamp that there in the middle, and that fits perfectly. Yay. Beautiful flower. Loving the blues. Thanks, Krista. I am too. I've always loved blues, and so this suite of products, just like yesterday, like they have so many beautiful blues in this. Yeah. All right, so let's take this with a couple more dimensionals. Again, this is a very sweet and simple card, but I think showcases the beauty of this suite of products. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here. There we go. We're gonna sprinkle on a couple of our gold gems, which I still had a pile out here from yesterday. Let's see if yep, see? I still had a little pile. I saved them because I knew I was gonna use them. And I'm just gonna sprinkle on a couple of these gold gems. Put just a touch of glue. This is a brand new mini green glue. I loved Jennifer yesterday was like, she keeps hand sanitizer on her desk so that when she gets her fingers full of glue, and I say when because we know we're going to, then that helps you get them off your fingers. Oh geez, come on, stay. But when they dry, if there's a little bit of glue, you don't see it when it dries. Okay, so there's that one. This one. And then one more. Okay, so I just put on a few of those little gold gems. I just did 3. You can do as many as you want because you get so many in that. I don't know if you guys can sometimes see a little bit better up close. So this is just the focal point. Yep. Hi, Nancy Jones. We miss you today. I was worried about you last night driving home. It gets so dark here in Michigan, and the deer are just crazy. Last night, from here, and my studio's about 5-6 miles from my house, I probably saw 12 deer. And they're huge, absolutely huge. So it's like when you live in Michigan, it's like almost like you're in a real life video game where you're trying to dodge the deer. All right, there we go. Gorgeous, fun, simple card number 1. Do you guys love it? I don't have the other one. It's actually at my studio in Byron Center, but the one that's in the tutorial, if you can see, I'll show it to you in the picture of the tutorial. I did it in shades of white and more pink. So this one is, but then I wanted to do another variation in beige with a little more of the blues. So awesome, fun. Simple. Okay, so our next, I'm actually gonna go into day 8. When I saw this card, I was so already totally in love. So this was designed by my friend Jennifer Hill, and it's a fun shaker card. So we're gonna make a little bit of a shaker card. Okay, so we're going to take a 4 1/4 by 11 piece. These are the she had 3 pieces of Misty Moonlight, 4 1/4 by 11. And then this one was 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then this was 1 1/8 by 2 1/2. So we're just going to take this and fold this in half. I didn't cut my designer series paper yet, so I have to do that still. This one also has embossing too. We're going to do embossing and make a shaker card all in one. Thank you, Florentina. All right. Okay, so I did not cut our the designer series paper, and I love the PDF will give you all of the cutting measurements, so you'll know exactly what to cut. So this piece here, we're going to use, she used these 2 pieces. I'm making it exactly like hers because it's just perfect the way that it is. I don't want to change it at all. This piece here was 3 3/4 by 5. And again, beautiful shades of blue and all the shades of blue. And then it's 1 1/4 by 5. I think that's for the inside, but I'll see if that's for the inside. I think that's for the inside. Yeah, it's just a little 1/4 inch strip for the inside. And then she did this is a piece of designer series paper. It almost looks like it's just been sponge painted almost, or like it's just like it looks like Flirty Flamingo, pretty in pink kind of. And this one is 2 3/4 by 4. Okay. All right, so there's my designer series paper, and this is not double-sided, just so you guys know. And we're used to double-sided paper, so at first I was a little disappointed with that, thinking, oh, I love double-sided. But the truth is, it makes it really easy, so you don't have to pick a side. But sometimes I'm always like, which side should I use? They're both so pretty. And this one, you don't have to make that judgment call. It's already done. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna glue this. We're gonna glue this down to. I gotta make sure I've got my sample in front of me so that I gotta be able to see the picture. All right, we're gonna glue this down because I am copying it exactly like Jennifer's. There you go. I'm excited for next week. I'll be in Las Vegas. I will not be live next week. I'll have like a reel or a video that I'll post, but I won't be live. But I'll get to see all these friends that I partner with. I'll get to see them next week. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we have a piece of basic white. What was this? I cut it already, but it was, this is thick white, and it's 3 by 4 1/4. And then I used that largest new set of dies that are in there, those postage dies, and then cut that out. Now, of course, this is cool because now I got this to use someplace else. And then what I'm going to do is then I have I have a window sheet, which can you see? You can't see, probably it's clear. You shouldn't be able to see it. Now I'm going to tell you how I have hundreds and hundreds of pieces of window sheet now because when Stampin' Up, which they don't do anymore, but when they used to have them in their stamp cases, they would always come on this really thick window sheet. So that's how I got this. And so, but you can also just buy window sheets too. We sell them for 2 12 by 12 sheets for $5, but I get these mostly. I mean, I just get them right out of the our new stamps. I save them. All right, so then this needs to be 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and you're just going to glue this down. You're going to glue the window sheet down. Okay. And so I just kind of put adhesive going around that frame, and then we are going to glue down this window sheet. Right there, just covers the top. So you create that there. All right, our next step is going to be to take our adhesive foam strips. These are products that we carry, foam adhesive strips, and you get, it says you get 40. The 40 strips. And so these go a long, long way. And these are perfect. You can use foam strips for anything, but obviously for making shaker cards, it is absolutely the best adhesive of choice. All right, so I'm going to pull off one of these long strips, and then you're just going to go ahead and go around, all the way around that box. You're going to create, this makes me think of like when I was little and we used to use like Lego blocks or something. We would create like a moat or a wall kind of going around, all the way around. So that's a barrier. We need to make a barrier that goes all the way around. And if I have a couple pieces that are hanging off the edge, you just snip those off. You want to make sure your edges are definitely like butting up next to each other because you don't want anything to slip out. So this is how you can make any shaker card. I love, you could use sequins, you could use, but this product line has a lot of things that you can use for shaker cards. All right, so last but not least, I just got one more little piece. So it takes about 1 1/4 of the adhesive strips, and you're going to just put that down right there and snip that off too. Now this is where you're going to want to have like your alcohol wipes where you can clean off your scissors because you don't want to get them sticky. Okay, so the next thing was Jennifer used these puffy, these are in the product line. You get 2 full sheets of them, and they're so cute. And like almost, they're adorable. You could use these again. They're like little embellishments. But she puts them in her shaker card, and I was like, how the heck does she do that without them sticking? Like, because they're sticky. So that's when I read the instructions. And what she does is she leaves them on the window sheet, and then she just trimmed around them so the window sheet stays on the back. So you do not pull off the window sheet. So this is when it does benefit. I'm not a person who typically reads instructions. I just look at pictures and copy them. But this one was a benefit to reading the instructions. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. So you're just going to trim these off. So if you don't want them to be sticky, just trim them off, and it keeps the clear backing, and you can't see that. So she said in her directions that she cut out 10 of the puffy stickers. So I just did, there's 5 different kinds, so I just did 2 of each of them, but then they're all different colors, and so there you go. So there's 3, but look, I already did these other ones just to make it go a little bit faster. So we have all of these fun shakers. Isn't that a great idea? I know. So those will go into our little, it's like we're making a potion. These will go into our little shaker potion. And then we have some of the gold little gems, and we put in a few of those. You don't want to, one thing about your potion, like you don't want to stuff it too full, because then it won't shake. So you want to make sure that it's gonna shake. So I am gonna make sure that all my puffy stickers are going the other direction, because there's not a lot of room for them to flip around. So you definitely want to make sure that your puffy stickers are facing towards the window. Does that make sense? All right. Come on, little cute cherry. Here we go. Adorable cherry. Now this is going to get glued down to this piece of Misty Moonlight. I'm going to tell you, I did that wrong. You actually want to do it like this, because you're going to need to see. So you make your little potion right here on this. Yeah, see, I caught it before I screwed it up too bad. This goes here in the middle, right? A pink background, so do that next. Next, you're gonna take your little potion and just make it right up there at the top, just like, oh, this flower, I didn't cut off all the, there you go. So do what I just did, but do it up here. And then you're going to put just make sure you keep it kind of there in the middle. So if you're doing sequins, you could pour sequins, just like I did there. There we go. So that, and then we have our gold gems. Yeah. See, I caught myself before I screwed it up. Because guess what? I have definitely done that before. We get so excited. All right, so now we have our little shaker stuff there at the top. And this is where you don't want to put too much in. So I was glad that Jennifer gave me a number. She said 10. And then now this, we position right over top of there. And voila, see, it's right there in the middle. Make sure that's there. Now at the bottom here, I should have put some more adhesive strips, just so it has like a barrier. I'll just stick a couple dimensionals down there. I did forget to do that. So we'll just stick a couple dimensionals so the bottom stays in place too. All right. See? Oh my gosh. Is that not so fun? So fun. Special card for, I'm sure, a special person. All right. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up. Next up, we have this other piece where, again, Jennifer did a little bit of embossing. So we're going to take the Love You. And again, you could do for any of these other ones, but I do like the Love You that she chose. And we're going to stamp that with Versamark. Okay, so Love You with Versamark. Versamark is a completely clear pad that is a little bit like wet or sticky. And then we're going to take our white embossing powder and we're just going to sprinkle that on there. I kind of make sure, sometimes I put it on twice, make sure you get all of it, and then just don't want any like leftovers. If you have a lot of static around, you have left over. And take your embossing gun, and I happen to have mine here, and we are going to emboss this. See how that pops out there now? Yeah. Yeah, see, I have that embossing. Krista said you could use that first. You should. You should rub your paper with emboss somebody. I have it right here. I just skipped that step. All right. Sometimes I skip steps. I'm just not always the most patient person in the world. There you go. Okay. This is when you buy the embossing powder. The main one, I think comes with white, black, and then clear. Okay. Let me put I keep my embossing stuff out now all the time because I've been doing during the Christmas and the holidays. I do a lot more embossing than normal. All right, this is gonna get glued. Our card is almost done. Isn't this card spectacular? I love it. It's so fun. Put that down there. She took us 2 strands of the twine. This is from day 8, and she took 2, and they did 1 in each color. So I think that was really fun too. Probably should have wrapped this around. I might not be able to get it through there. We'll see. I didn't stick any glue there, but I should have wrapped this around. Look, I'm going to pull this dimensional off. And then I'll stick that back down so it'll stay a little bit better. If I was not on the video, I would have just threaded it through, but that takes some serious time. Okay. Now I'll stick those back down in a second. Okay, we just tie both strands. Whenever I use twine, I like to tie a knot first because otherwise it gets really slippery. And now I'll tie a bow. Okay. I'm so in love with this card. I'm not sure who I'm going to send it to. It's one of the ones where I'm just going to keep it for a while so I can look at it. Do you guys ever do that? Do you guys ever make cards and like, okay, this one I just want to look at for a while. And then I'll eventually send it to somebody when I'll make another one that I like, but I'll like put it on my table and I'll just look at it for a while. That's how I feel about this card. It's so cute. It's one that I think I'm going to enjoy just looking at. All right. Now we're going to glue this down here all together. And then we'll put our piece on the inside. All right. So cute. Thanks to my friend Jennifer for designing this. And I didn't change it a bit because I think it's just so perfect the way that it is. And then it's so fun. Shaker cards are so fun. People get them in the mail. A lot of fun. All right. Then on the inside, I just have that piece. And then there's a little 1/4-inch strip there. I don't like 1/4-inch strips because my adhesive is, we're going to do a 1/2-inch strip. Let me do a 1/2-inch strip because then my adhesive will cover on it. 1/4-inch. I don't use green glue, so that would be a mess. Little 1/4-inch strip right over there along that edge so that our inside is just as pretty as, not just as pretty, but it is pretty to go with such a pretty card. We want to have that too. The middle, our flower needs a little middle. So let me stamp this off a little bit. There you go. Okay, what do you think? I always love to have your feedback. Usually I make you pick a favorite. Well, this one is pretty, like the shaker card is going to be everybody's favorite. I want to do, so I actually really love about this tutorial package is that we've got some cards that are definitely, I mean, we're going to make another one, some that are a little bit more intense, boxes, and then we have some shaker cards. We got some other ones that are definitely a little bit more time intensive, but then we've got some sweet, simple ones sweet and simple ones tomorrow. So tomorrow, same thing. I'm going to show you more of a stepped up Avid card for people to follow, and then I'll show you another one that's sweet and simple. And if you're like me, I love both. I love taking the time to make these sometimes, but I also do more of the sweet and simple ones that I can make lots of, and because I like to send out cards too. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I come back again tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you'll see when I do all my videos. I'm a very avid demonstrator. This is my full-time business, and I do videos every week, and we have got lots of different aspects. So if you are thinking, how do I get all 12 projects? Number one, you can get the tutorial for free if you place an online order. So when you place an order, I'll let Stampin' Up! Pay me, and then you guys can get the whole free tutorial. It's, again, 12 projects, 27 pages, step-by-step directions. You can buy it for $25, and there is a PayPal button that you can use. So if you just want to buy it, because maybe you already own the calendar, then you could just buy the PDF. Or if you buy this, you'll get it for free too. So, but any size online order over $50, we will send you that tutorial for free as well. So thank you for joining me today for 2 more projects. We've done 4, and tomorrow I have 2 more to show you. So come on back. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. You're such good friends, and I love taking this little break in my busy day to spend with you. See you later. Bye-bye.